After the events of the Isshiki fight and Kawaki losing his karma, he has been severely weakened and needs more power to better protect people like Naruto. With the recent chapters and Amato hinting that he could help to restore his karma, it seems like the return of his karma is imminent. Because of how the karma would behave, Amato says that Kawaki could have a karma without the risk of being taken over by Isshiki, and it could purely be used as a weapon similar to Code's. That eventually, because of how Kawaki's DNA was being overridden by Ishiki's, he would actually be able to fully harness Ishiki's power since his power still technically sleeps within him. So moving on to the future, if we now know that Kawaki could be able to harness these powers, then he would be a serious threat. If Kawaki is indeed evil for some time, or the villain, or whatever the case may be, then he's going to pose a problem for a lot of the main cast. Isshiki has some pretty broken abilities, and if Kawaki can get his hands on those, then he's going to be a complete powerhouse. I wonder if it would function similar to how Isshiki in Jigen's body was able to use Ishiki's powers. And what I mean by this is, would Kawaki being able to use things like the shrinking technique and stuff like that, since he's technically has Ishiki's DNA downloaded into him? I suspect he could, because he's about 80% Otsutsuki, but I just think he would need to tap into it. Now, I don't think he would get Ishiki's Dojutsu, but possibly just all the abilities that he had. He would even be able to put things in that pocket dimension as well, and this point is going to be very important in just a second. Now, moving on to the time skip, or whenever Code and Kawaki are supposed to fight, then I can see now how Kawaki could actually have some advantage if he's able to fully harness Ishiki's powers. Code is still strong. Code is nothing to joke around. If Code gets his limiters off, we already know he's going to clean house. But at this time in the story, if Boruto and Kawaki are working together to take down Code, and Kawaki has some of Ishiki's powers, then I can definitely see those two actually being able to overwhelm Code if they can fully harness those powers. Code has the bootleg version of Karma, while Kawaki will be able to have the real deal version. However, when Code gets taken down possibly by Boruto and Kawaki, then I can see Kawaki sort of getting out of hand and attacking its allies, then Boruto might be in some trouble. Kawaki has already proven that he will do absolutely anything to protect the Hokage, so there's no telling what drastic measures he will go through to ensure Naruto doesn't get hurt. Boruto and Kawaki have already had some arguments about how to handle certain situations, and if it comes down to it, where they do have to fight over something serious regarding the Hokage, then I can see Kawaki forcefully trying to ensure he gets his way. They've already fought once over how to train. What makes you think they won't have a huge disagreement over major things? And with Code out of the picture, I still imagine that there would be another major villain that Kawaki feels like he needs to protect Naruto from. So if Kawaki does split up from the group and becomes a danger to the ninja world, then we'll have a huge problem on our hands. Now, Amato has slowly been putting these weird ideas in his head, saying that he needs the karma and stuff like that, and it's only a matter of time till Amato slowly corrupts Kawaki. If Kawaki doesn't start to turn on everyone, then there are only like a few people that can stop him, possibly Boruto and Sasuke or something like that. But who's to say that Kawaki doesn't join forces with Ada and sides with Ada and Damon? Now imagine if he does take Code out of the picture, then Kawaki would be the perfect person to fit that role, and Ada has already shown some interest towards Kawaki for wanting them to be, I guess, together on their team or whatever the case may be. And I don't think Code is going to be a major villain in the story, and it's only going to be used temporarily. Like I said before, I can see Kawaki going above and beyond to reach his goal, so if there's some sort of new team or Kawaki joining forces, then that's definitely possible. Now, if we examine the first episode again with Boruto stating that he didn't think Kawaki would go this far, it seems like he indeed does take some sort of desperate measure. With the Leaf Village destroyed, he probably has some assistance in order to do so. Now, why he destroyed the Leaf, or maybe had someone help him destroy the Leaf, I'm not sure, but whatever the reason it was a vital part in his plan to protect Naruto. And there's also some things in that scene with like Kawaki seems like he's a little bit more put together and a little bit more clean, and Boruto looks a little more scuffled, so maybe there's some sort of disagreement on how to protect Naruto, and because Kawaki may have inherited some of Ishiki's powers, he actually sends him to that dimension where time doesn't flow in order to protect Naruto. But Boruto starts to disagree with this method, and that could be the place where Kawaki sends the 7th and actually wants to send Boruto there too in order to protect him. Now, if this does happen, there's still the question of why did the leaf get destroyed, but I can just assume that it was because he was put into a corner and all his options were exhausted. But hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know what role you guys think Kawaki will play after the time skip, and what do you think happened to Naruto. Anyways, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and join the Discord, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.